My name is CJ Kelly. I'm a senior consultant with Salesforce SteelBrick. I've been in CPQ around 3 years now. And my main role with SteelBrick is implementation, design lead, and pre-sales work. So what we're going to be covering is just some information around Advanced Approvals. Advanced Approvals is an additional package that SteelBrick offers that expands the functionality of standard Salesforce approvals. You can handle things like parallel approvals, smart approvers, and dynamic approvers with ease. So most customers and prospects typically are familiar with parallel approvals, in which approval rules will need to fire at the same exact time and go out to different people simultaneously. Smart approvals is actually functionality that allows you to recall or, in some cases, reject an approval. And when the sales rep resubmits that for approval after making any changes that were necessary, it's smart enough to look back and see, what the original criteria was, what the new criteria is, and can auto-approve or request the approval again, based on what those changes have been. Dynamic approvers is actually if you need to pull in any type of approver based on information in the opportunity, information in the quote. You don't necessarily know who to define as the approver when you're building out the rule, so we can pull that in dynamically and send it to who it needs to go to. So I think the biggest advantage of Advanced Approvals is the fact that it all is housed within the SteelBrick package. So you're building out records instead of working with the typical steps in the standard Salesforce approvals process. So the anatomy of the approval rules and the approval conditions is very similar to the SteelBrick CPQ package. So anyone with experience in SteelBrick CPQ is going to have a very easy transition in building those out. In addition, all those advantages that I mentioned before regarding the parallel approvals, the smart approvals, the dynamic approvers, they're all extremely easy to configure. Some of them just the check of a box. So it really enables customers to build out very large and complex approval processes that are very easy to maintain at no problem. So one of our more complex use cases that we've covered already, the customer ended up having more than 100 approval rules, so really couldn't handle that in standard Salesforce whatsoever. So we actually kind of enhanced the functionality of the package so that we could tackle all of their needs. So we built out the chain functionality, which actually allows you to have independent chains firing simultaneously, in which case you can approve them independently, of course. So in that use case, we actually had around a dozen chains firing at the same time with up to, I think, 7 steps in each one. So you could have your CEO approving in a sales chain, given those specific criteria, and your finance team, who might be a little behind, could still be in step 2. But it streamlines the approval process so that no one's waiting on anyone else except for their individual team. So it kind of helps out in that regard. So anyone who wants to learn more about Advanced Approvals, I definitely recommend reaching out to our sales team. They're going to have the best information. There are some knowledge-based articles on our community that you can definitely look into to get some more general information, as well as some technical steps on how to build out some of that initial functionality. So thanks again. That's all the information I have in regards to Advanced Approvals today. Again, my name is CJ Kelly, and if you want to reach out to me in any way, you can go to Simplus's Twitter at @SimplusNow, and they'll get you in touch.